Dear fellow recruiters, how you guys are doing? Good evening and happy Wednesday. And today I wanted to discuss about the current situation and your job. All right, and what is this all about? So it is about what you feel and how you want to navigate through the current situation, right? So what is this current situation is? We know it is pandemic, it is having a pressure on our job as well as the family pressure. Now, most of the recruiters, majority of the recruiters having hard time finding themselves in a situation where that is encouraging or something which is like motivating, right? And now, if you're watching it live, I want you to put this in comment box if you see me and hear me. And if you're watching a replay, still add your comment there. Okay. And now, first thing that happens is we go through certain situations, those are stressful, right? And now, why this generally happens? And people say recruiting is a stressful job, and obviously, this is one of the stressful jobs that are available outside. Okay, and what do you think is the easiest job which is not stressful? Like everything, right? According to the way we take it. And now, if you are a recruiter and something is concerning you and you're watching it live, let me know here and see if I can solve it. All right. And now, in this current situation, it is better if we work in a coordinated manner and we try to solve problems by being together and helping others how they can come out of their current situations. Okay, so this is the first thing that we should be doing if we really want to come out of the situation. And here it is not the problem that some individual is having, it is that everyone, most of the recruiter are having a similar problem. And now, if you are going through a situation that is stressful, if you are going through a situation that is you think that you should not be experiencing in your current job, so you got to understand this happens due to certain reasons, and I'm going to share why. So before we go and find out the reason, I want you to understand the first thing, that do you have a clarity over what do you do and why do you do? Yes, this is the first thing. You should be having a clarity over what you are doing and why you are doing and why it is important. That is the first thing. That is the thing will give you clarity through this downtime. All right. Hey, Abhi, how are you? And how you are going to do that? Meaning, first you got to identify whether you are a recruiter or you are in any profession. Why have you chosen it? You definitely say your answer is money. Okay. Now, apart from money, what is the one thing that you definitely like that connects you to the job why you are doing? You might not have thought it in this manner, but I want you to give a different perspective. Why it is important? Because once you understand that you are connected consciously with what you are doing, then the stress things will go out. And here are the reasons. Here are the reasons why someone experiences stress. Okay. Are you going through any of that concerns that you feel it is stressful? Put that in the comment box and let me know. Something really bothering you at your work, or something you feel that, yes, I'm feeling stressful after completing my job. Put that in the comment box right now if you're watching it live, or if you're watching a replay. Do let me know what is something, whatever it could be. You might not able to comprehend that, but still it makes you feel in a certain way that results in stress, right? And now, once you are able to figure out the stress could be an uncomfortable experience, right? Sampath says, yes, sir. Absolutely, Sampath. You are not alone, okay? The first stage of success is to understand that I am going through a stressful situation. Once you identify the stressful situation, then you need to understand that is it something what I'm doing is really I like to do, or I'm doing it just because I have to do? This is a very powerful question. First one then says, yeah, I too. Absolutely, guys. And here you got to understand. Is it something I love to do, or is this is something that I had to do? Because we have families, we have bills, we have loan payments, we have credit card payments, so many things, right? Exactly. Sampath, you answered this, and yes, because I have to do. Now, Shreya says something. Hi, Suman. When we need to handle 5 to 10 requirements in one day and it creates a panic and stress, that how shall we focus? Absolutely. I'll come to that, Shreya. Just remind me if I forget it, okay? I'll come to that. And you got to understand that is stress is a resistance to our positive emotion. Stress is something which works against of the natural thing that goes inside, meaning that could be a resistance. Okay, and resistance comes when we do something that we do not love. Resistance comes when we do something beyond our capabilities. Resistance comes when we do something which from a state without growing or upskilling our skill. I'm going to give examples here. First thing is stress comes when we do something we do not love, meaning we do something just because of money, just because someone asked us to do it, or we are doing it to please someone, or we are doing it just because someone else asked to do it. Then what happens? Our inner emotions get into the conflict zone, and that creates a friction. That friction becomes a stress in our body. Clear? And if we do something which we do not love, I told you, and we are doing something which is beyond our capability. Now you are a leader. Now you're a manager. You have taken some extra responsibility and you have given some extra targets. And yes, obviously that is going to create a friction and that challenges your capabilities. But you love your job, but you did not upskill yourself. That's the reason you are not able to get into the results. And the third thing is you are not growing at all. You are not growing at all. You are going flat. You completed 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 years, 7 years, 10 years. You are not at all growing, but the circumstances which is outside of you or around you are changing. And now you are feeling tensed. Now you are feeling panic. What is that going to happen to me? How I'm going to do it? And now that creates stress. To overcome this, you got to understand that whatever you do, okay, this is the only one life that you have given, and this is not the one opportunity that you have given. You got to understand that we have one life, but we have multiple opportunities. And how we are going to choose opportunity is once you understand your inner values, once you understand your inner beliefs, what is that you really want to do, and you align your profession with that. For example, you are passionate about helping people, then recruiting is the good industry. If you just want to make some money, then you feel that this is a stressful environment. For example, you see that there are people who are eagerly want to expand their family and they want a baby. And when they have a baby, whatever the problem the baby creates, they love it because they accepted it. We wanted to grow our family. And now there are families who really want to be independent. They don't want any kids happening. And if they get kids into their life, they feel stressed and they blame the kid, the small baby, for the reason of their stress, right? That is what happens in the job as well. First thing, you align your values with the job that you choose. Second thing is have a goal set. While I was working as a recruiter, I'm going to share my example here, okay? While I was working as a recruiter, and I was working as a team lead with Randstad Technologies, that is the second largest recruiting company in the world. There, I had a goal. My goal, my dream was to gift uh, gold earrings to my mother when I visit her during the December holidays. Now, for that, whatever the time I have spent, whatever the extra time I put into work, I did not feel that as a stress because I was working for a bigger goal. The same way, now the question to you is, did you set a specific goal for you to achieve in the quarter or maybe in the 6 months or by the end of this year? And you are achieving that goal through your job. If you do not have a goal set up, this is the time for you to set up a goal. You must have a time and you have a goal set up and you use your current job as a medium through which you reach the goal. That could be a monetary goal, that could be your career goal, that could be any other goal per se, but that has to align with yourself. And you should not be doing that for somebody else, but you're doing that for yourself. All right. And at the same time, when you do not get time for yourself, when you do not get time to listen to yourself or talk to yourself, and you compare your life with other people, then what happens? Then it creates stress. So spend time with you to listen to yourself, maybe for meditation, maybe to work out, or the best thing is pick up one task which you love to do and every day contribute little bit things to that. Okay? And you can start with reading a book. Every day, start reading for 1 hour. All right? And yes, I definitely suggest if you have not read Nail the Deal, start with it. And every day you start reading for 1 hour. And as you go along, you will find other books that I have mentioned in the book that you can add into your skills. Okay. And what happens by doing that? What happens by reading book? What happens if you love doing art and you are spending time in that every day? And this is work from home option that you can work from your place. At the same time, you can save some time that can focus on what exactly you love. And what happens then? It gives a self-satisfaction when you end your day. You will forget whatever the situation you have faced at your work. And you will feel good about yourself when you see that you're accomplishing small thing about what you love. And as I told you, this is the only one life we have, but there are multiple opportunities. Do not ever panic changing your current job if that is costing your happiness. All right? And once you understand that this is a fixed goal, once you understood that this is what you love to do, and you're dedicating your time doing what you love, little bit and little bit, and using your current job to reach your bigger goal, then whatever the situation comes in, that will not make you feel stressed. If at all that makes you feel stressed, you will be able to know that this is a process that you have to go through if you want to reach a bigger goal. Understand? That is the reason successful people say stress is good for health. Why stress is good for health? Because if you have to shine, you have to go through the grind. If you break in the middle, then you are not able to get to the goal. So now, whatever the situation that you're going through, that came to make you a better person, that is there to teach you something, and you accept it and you take it that yes, this current situation is stressful, but yes, I understand that this is to make myself a better version what I was yesterday, but I'm growing through this. And once you go through that mindset, you will able to discover by yourself that how you are solving problems. And in recruiting, if you are having problem in unable to connect with candidate, not able to convince, not able to close people, not able to retain candidate, control candidates. Now those are the stress, what you think earlier was stress. Now those are going to identify you that this is the time for you to upskill yourself. This is the time for you to invest in your self development. This is the time for you that this is the weakness and you need to spend time, efforts so that you will grow. And once you identify that, once you change your thought process that this is what came in because I do not have skills, now I need to upskill, guess what? You will be a better person. All right. Any questions? Put that in the comment box. And yes, I'm planning to do this uh, thrice a week or maybe once in 2 days so that I could be coming live and you may have any questions and I could able to solve it here or I can share my perspective if I could able to do that. Do you think that will be useful, people? Let me know in the comment box if it is worth my spending time with recruiters who are currently going stress and who wants to get answers and they are not able to do that because they are working alone. All right. Do you think it is really help recruiters if I come live frequently and try to give my perspective to what is their current situation? Let me know. By the time, let me read out the questions. Shreya mentioned. Shreya said, "Hi Suman, when we need to handle 5 to 10 requirements in one day, it creates a panic and stress that how shall we focus?" Shreya, to be very frank, I never worked on 5 to 10 requirements a day. Maximum I worked 3 to 4. Okay, because when our direction goes in a multiple way, then we could not able to focus in multiple situations. We have only 8 hours or 9 hours of work. All right. And if we are working on 3 and maximum of 4, then it is like more. And I do not know what kind of work environment you have, which allows you to work 5 to 10, but that is like extremely high. Okay, that is stressful. So you first understand what is your bandwidth, how much that you can take it, then slowly grow. Okay, do not take all of a sudden because there are 10 requirements that you think all are hot and you could able to place everything, then it is going to create unnecessary stress and you could not able to focus on anything else. So find it that what is that you are best at, how many requirements you can handle, and slowly add one more to your plate. Okay, slowly as you grow, you will see that you are able to do more requirements and you are doing justice to whatever the job you're doing. All right, I hope I answered. All right. So yeah, again, one stress comes when we talk to candidates and when we call them second time, their call is always on voice message, and then stress wouldn't, then candidate will come back and have joined somewhere else. Shreya, that's a very good question. First thing is why you want to call a candidate multiple times. All right, it happens when you do not close the candidate on first call. So you as a recruiter need to understand, need to be prepared that what is the flow of your call and how you are going to take it. And yes, if your process involves second call, you have to set expectation that yes, John, after I hang up the call, there is a process that we will call you second time to ensure this. And you got to set expectation each time you are trying to do something. Okay, just because you forgot something and you are calling the candidate multiple times and it goes to voice message, obviously you cannot help anything else. So that looks more unprofessional in the recruiter's end, that you do not know how to do your job well. So make sure everything you have handy and try to close the candidate in one call and explain the process that you follow and ask them to expect what is that going to happen during the process. All right. How can we tackle this situation? I answered it. My question, if our team leads urges us to more work in less time, what is the best approach you suggest? Sampath, ask the person what exactly it means by more work in less time. Okay. And again, it is always better to do more work in less time when you know where exactly most of your time is been spent in a day. And yes, it is not about your team lead or your manager telling you or pushing you to do more work, because we are getting paid. Okay, we are professionals. We are not working there to just to pass our time. Meaning, as a professional, as a person, we need to understand that the company is investing on ourselves and we need to return that investment in a multi-fold. Correct? So now, if you really want to grow in this industry or any industry per se, you need to understand where exactly your time is going. Meaning, if you are working 2 requirements per day and you have been doing that since last 6 months, it means you did not grow. Okay. Now you need to have a target that for the next 6 months, I will focus how I can work on 4 requirements or 5 requirements per day in 6 months. Now you need to cut down to 3 months. Okay, in 3 months, let me add slowly. How can I add one more requirement to my bucket? And slowly you could able to grow. So do not take over stress just because you want to do that, but slowly you understand where exactly you're spending more time, how you can cut it down, and how you can take one more requirement. And if you do that, it is just not going to help your company, but it will help you to make placements as well. All right. Yes, I hope I answered the question, Sampath and Lochan. Sir, first time I'm hiring Bangalore location. I'm a little bit nervous. What should I do? No need to be panic, Lochan. All right. Just go in there and understand, accept that you are doing something challenging and you are excited about it. Okay, no need to be panicked. Nothing is there. Don't worry. That's really good advice. Thank you very much, Raya. Tarun asks, if we are not finding candidates on job boards and LinkedIn, what should we do next? Do not jump into the conclusion, Tarun. Okay, it means the way you are doing it, you got to change the ways. Okay. And if you are really thinking you did not find anyone else in job board and LinkedIn, you need to understand, is that a stock job? Were candidates available or candidates are not available? Meaning, if you are working on a .NET architect role for $40, obviously you will not able to find candidates, right? And at the same time, if you are finding a niche skill and according to that skill, there are very less people available, then you need to understand, okay, you need to apply a different approaches. But your job is good, your rate is good, and you are not able to attract candidates, then the problem is within you. Now, you need to increase your creativity to differentiate yourself, and you need to focus on your candidate control. All right? And that is how you can solve this problem. Let me know if you found it helpful. All right? Very nice. Shreya again, I followed this, but sometimes it happens that they do not pick the call, and after calling so many times, he picks up and said, sorry, in this situation, we feel dicey about the candidate. Shreya, do not call multiple times. That is what I'm saying. That is the childish thing, and people hate us. Just imagine the credit card guy or girl calls you 10 times to sell the credit card. Will you love it? Just imagine the personal loan people calling you 10 times just because you have answered first time. Don't you block their phone number? Exactly. And now, the first call, I'm telling you, guys, I'm telling from my experience, okay? And it is up to you whether you accept it and you ignore it. I'm just telling from my experience, and it is not bookish at all. And this is how I did it. I close a call, I close candidates in one call, okay? And yes, Shreya says, Suman, sometimes they are your top-notch candidate and you don't want to lose that candidate. Yes, you don't want to lose the candidate. That doesn't mean we disturb the candidate. And that is where comes in the authority over the call. Do you sound different on the call? Do you talk about the benefits during the call? Do you make yourself as a different recruiter? Okay. Most of the time, what happens when we find a good candidate, we just go over so fast that we don't want to miss the candidate, and we ask details, we go into their experience, we ask everything. But how long we hear the candidate? Meaning, first you need to build a rapport and you need to position yourself that you are authority recruiter. Okay, and if candidates are missing out, candidate will miss out. All right, there is a Murphy's law. If something can happen, anything can happen. And if these candidates are missing out here and there, that's okay. That is what in the game is. All right, this is not just happening with you. That happens with everybody else. And now, if that is happening with frequently, you need to focus on your approach. Don't just blame on the candidates, which we do not have any control over, but focus on how you can make yourself in a different way, your approach, your pitch. Then you'll see if things are changing. All right. I'm in USA, and we have different time zones here, so need to call calls accordingly. Yes, you're true. Yeah, we have to call people in a different manner. Absolutely. Yes. Did you guys find this call helpful? Do you think coming frequently live and answering will really help, guys? Let me know if it is worth of my time and the viewers' time. Any further questions? Few more minutes and I will log out. And before that, any questions, let me know. If you found this call helpful, put that in the comment box and I would love to read it. All right. All right. Anything else? Anything else, people? We are talking 25 minutes plus and it feels like it's just flying. All right. Okay, Roger Singh says, nice. Thank you very much, my friend, for a like. All right. Any question? Anything else? I would love to interact. So the stress part, once again, I want to repeat what we have heard in the beginning, that the stress, ensure that the stress is not taking for a ride, but you understand the reason why it is coming, because stress is the chemical reaction that has been created in your mind through your thought, and that chemical reaction triggers in your brain and it results in an emotion, and that emotion is stress. Got it? The moment you understand that, you catch that thought, change it, change the perception, and you will see the reality is changing. Got it? And yes, Shreyaj and Suman, that was really helpful and productive call. Looking forward to connecting more with you. I love it. Thank you very much, people. Thank you very much. Sampath, hi, bro, for the fresher. How to answer the question to the interviewer? That's a good question. So, you are a fresher doesn't mean there will be any sort of discount, okay? Don't go like, I'm a fresher, I'm a poor fresher, I just graduated, I do not know anything. No, currently there are a lot of information available online. If you want to, if you're planning to go to this industry, read out Nail the Deal first. It will give you ample information and you will step one step ahead of the fresher concept because you understood about recruiting. And then when you face the interview, be yourself, guys. Be yourself. Don't look for money because it is your career. And if you're saying you are a fresher and you want to build the career in this industry, then be yourself and use your communication skills to explain that how committed you will be and why you are so much interested to work in that organization. Okay, be positive, and once you know that you are capable enough, and that is going to reflect in your voice and your answers, and definitely you're going to get the job. This is not a big deal. All right. All right, you're welcome, Sumant. All right, anything else? 2 more minutes. We will talk. Keep me engaged so that I will not hit the end stream button. All right. And let me know which location that you are from. I forgot to ask that question. I should be asking that question first. Let me know what you are doing and which location you are from. I would love to understand. And frequently, I will be going live in LinkedIn as well. So if you have not connected in LinkedIn, I would suggest you people to go and send me an ad request and I will accept it. Okay. And you can find me as Suman Pachigulla. Okay. My first name and last name. And you have not been added to the Facebook group. Find it out in Facebook. It's a recruiter's tribe. And I forgot to pull that link here, or else I could have put it here. I'll bring it next time. And you send me a request and I'll accept it, okay? As I already told, I am from USA and I'm a technical recruiter and account lead. Good to know that, Shreya. Yes. And anybody else? 40 more seconds and it would be 30 minutes. I believe I have answered all the questions and all the dear recruiters who are watching online have exhausted with your questions. Any last question for 30 seconds and I would love to answer. All right. So I believe I should spend time more coming live so that the community will get different inputs. Okay. I might not be right. I might not be wrong, but you may get some different perspective, and that perspective can lead to a solution. All right. All right. Thank you very much, everyone watching live, and if you're watching a replay, feel free to comment, like, and share this with other people. All right. And please share it with other people and ask people to subscribe and join my mission to impact 5 million lives through you, through recruiters. All right. Take care and God bless. This is Suman Pachigulla once again here on a mission to impact 5 million lives through recruiters. I'm signing off. See you again, people. Bye bye.